Hello people, it's Mr. back again, and everyone knows it is. It's transfer window day today, and I thought I'd get some talk about transfer windows, but I know there's quite a lot of people on. I've brought some Forest fans as well. Everyone might know who Stephen's been on as well. Dylan's been on it as well. I've got a new guy called Lee Goodburn, but people call him Goodburn. I've got Lee Tilson coming on later as well, but as you know, it's all about Forest. Transfers have been in, transfers have been out. And I don't know if Forest fans know, it's just been confirmed that Guerrero has left Nottingham Forest for a Spaniel. It's just been confirmed from Twitter. But I'm going to get everyone's opinion. If you want to come into the chat, put your comments below. So in a minute now, I'll be bringing the lads in now. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, like as well, and as well, please answer questions as well. So yeah, I'll bring all the lads in now. Hello lads.
Hi Ben, you okay?
Evening.
Yes,
How's
everyone? How's everyone today?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Right, so let me start. Next to me there is Steve from Wales. How you doing?
Not too bad. I'm okay.
Everyone will know who this one. He's been on most of my vlogs. And name is Lee. How you doing, Lee?
I'm good. Cheers, Ben.
The other one on this side is this one here. Is Dylan, old school mate. How you doing, Dylan?
All right, mate. Thank you.
Yes, and we've got a newbie on the other side, right at the end, and his name is Lee Goodburn, but you can call him Goodburn. How you doing, Lee?
I'm lip reading you at the minute because you sound like you're in a goldfish bowl. I can't hear you properly.
Oh my day, this is shocking. This is shocking. Right, so people, transfer. As you know, it's been official today. Guerrero has left Nottingham Forest for Espana on a permanent deal. Where should we start? We'll start with you, Lee. What do you think of Guerrero's move?
He's gone to Espanyol, did you say?
Yeah, Espanyol, officially gone.
How's he got that move? They're doing all right, because I think they're doing all right, Espanyol as well. I'm not too sure. I heard them. Yeah, well, I'm glad he's gone because I think he tried, didn't he? You can't fault his effort, but he looked way off the pace. So yeah, I think it's a good one to get out the door. Really, if you had a list of players you wanted to get out the door, he certainly would have been on it.
But no, he's not gone to Espana. He's gone to Rayo Vallecano.
Oh right, yeah, that's probably more. That's more like it.
So Stephen, as you know, Guerrero, another Olympiacos player. Do you think it was good or bad for Forest?
Yeah, just the point just made now. He did try, but he just didn't fit in, did he? I don't know where or what position he was. Was a striker? Was he a 10? Was he a midfielder? I wasn't sure where he fitted into the team. Obviously, he didn't score. He did have that chance. Was it against Swansea in the cup with the header? You know, he should be taking chances like that, and yeah, he just didn't take his chance.
And Middlesbrough away. Yeah, I think he had about 2 or 3 one-on-ones, didn't he?
What I would say for him, he had a nice touch about him. He had a few glimpses of nice, one-touch football and stuff. But other than that, no, he didn't bring any impact at all, really.
Dylan, what's your opinion on Guerrero?
Like the rest of them, he tried, but didn't do much. Like he says, what position does he play? Was he a striker? Was he number 10? No one seemed to know. He looked all right for what we had, but he just don't cut it.
I don't think Guerrero knew.
No.
Exactly. He didn't know.
I don't think he knew where he was meant to play.
I think if you look at it, right, he had. I remember that. And this was. I don't know if you remember. He had one good game. I think that was against Wickham or Coventry, and everyone will start buzzing about him. Oh, we got the next number 10, blah blah blah. And since then, he just went. Where has he gone? So, in my opinion, I just don't think.
That's like all the team. That's like all the team. None of them turn up.
But it's social media. One good game, and all Forest fans. Oh, the next John Robertson. This is why I don't know what's people in comment. What do you think about Guerrero? I'm happy he's gone. But He's gone now. Players that's come in. I'll start with you, Lee. We brought in what's his name? Glenn Murray. What's your opinion on Glenn Murray?
Me or the other Lee?
I'll put
Tillo.
Gubbin because you're Bellin, Lee. So let's start with
Right. Well, in the past, Murray's been a good striker. He knows where the net is. My reservation is he's 37.
Okay.
I like him, and I'll give him a chance, but he's 37.
Zlatan's 39.
What's he got left? That's the question.
So don't you rate him then?
No, I rate him. He's always been a good striker. I'm just wondering that we're slow as it is as a side at 37. And, you know, he can take up all the good positions you want him to take. If he's got no service, same as the other strikers, he's not going to score. It's that simple. Doesn't matter if we have Ronaldo up front. No service, you're not going to score.
Does anyone agree or disagree with him?
I think
it's a decent signing.
Dylan?
Yeah, he's got something to prove. He's all right. He's 37 and he's done a lot, but I think because he's not played for the last 6 months, you know what I mean. He might try something, and he's tall.
So you think he's a good time for Forest?
Well, he can't do any better or any worse.
I hope he does well. I want him to do well. We need the goals. So.
Sorry, I've just got to mention. This is from Malcolm. I can't believe you mentioned Rob in the same sentence as him. Malcolm, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Malcolm. I didn't mean to. He'll message me later on or phone me and have a little moan about me what I've just said. So, Malcolm, I'm very sorry. Don't hurt me. Stephen, Lee mentioned about the service that you'll get. Do you? We've got players like even Knockhard played within Brighton. Do you think he'll get service?
I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what's key, and I think being that he's 37, he needs some legs around him. I think if he's isolated up front and he's got no pace around him, he's not going to chase down balls and run the channels much. So I think he's just going to have service in the box.
He could link up well with Taylor, couldn't he?
Yeah. Do you think we'll play two up front?
Definitely.
I think we'll need to. I
think you need to. Yeah. I think they need.
I don't think he could. I don't think he could play with Graben because they're both quite similar, aren't they? I think
Graben does go to the flanks, doesn't it?
True. Yeah.
I think this could go 2 ways with Murray. I think if he helps to keep us up, he'd be the saviour. And if he doesn't, it'd be, he's too old, he's past it, get rid of him. So it's going to go 1 or 2 ways.
Yeah, he can't win really, can he?
No, he can't win at all. No, not at all. And I said to my mate earlier who texted me about his signing, and I said to him, we're Forest fans, if we had signed a 20-year-old youth player, he's too young, he's inexperienced, and now we've signed a player at the end of his career, he's too old, he hasn't got the legs. So as Forest fans, like Ben said, we just moan about everything.
It's true, like, and especially when it comes to social media, like, it's been a mixed reaction from him. Like I said, people said he's 37 years old, his legs are gone, but he's done it. He's done it for, I don't know, Crystal Palace, Brighton.
He's been there and done it, yeah.
He's been there and done
it.
He's a
good pro as well.
I know he didn't do good for Watford. I think he played 5 games, but I don't know what's like. I think he's here for 6 months. Lads, do you think that he could get a new contract next season? What do you think? Have a debate on it.
I believe he will. I think he will.
I think if Houghton keeps his job, which is always a debate as well. I think he'll keep him for another year, 100%.
Has anybody seen?
Go on, Dylan.
Has anybody seen the interview that Houghton's done with the media today, with BBC Radio Nottingham, and he basically talks about him, and he says he's a leader. He's done it all before, and he knows what he wants, what the manager wants from him. So, in my mind, that's telling me that Chris Houghton's got a different style of play that he wants to play with Knockhard, and obviously stick him up front with probably Taylor or Graben. He's the point man where the other two can knock it in.
Yeah. I think
Also,
it might
I
work
think-
well with Taylor though, because Taylor works hard. He just
And I think
doesn't
with-
get
he's
a lot
37. He's never really had pace in his career anyway.
Mm.
So it's
Play to his
not like
strength.
he's going to
His
lose any pace.
positioning's
is
good
it?
though, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
He
So
knows
he's never
exactly
going to
where
lose
to
that.
be.
He wasn't
And-
quick at 27. So but he's got a good brain on him, and he's always been a good pro. And if he's a good pro, and like Chris Newton says, that can only be good in the dressing room, can't it?
Yeah,
The
and he
video
says
is upload- yeah. Yeah, go on.
he mentions a leader as well. So obviously he thinks the dressing room's lacking kind of leadership.
Yeah.
Someone had uploaded a video of his goals from the 2012-2013 season with Palace. All his goals were in the 6-yard box.
Well, as well,
You know,
the thing
he's
is,
not-
like
he's-
Dylan,
yeah, he's not-
well, Dylan just talked about the leadership, but it was you, Dor, who spoke to Tank, wasn't it, last week? And he what did he say? What did he say when he was talking about the current Forest team? He said he thought there was a lack of leadership,
Lack of leaders.
a lack of
100%.
leaders
Like,
compared to what we had in the past when we're in the successful teams. So that if he's a leader, that can only be a good thing.
On the pitch, definitely. But what about in the dressing room? Because isn't that what Dawson's supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Giving them a bit. You know what I mean? In the dressing room, at least.
I personally think like that's why I think Dawson's there, because Dawson, like I said, he's in change rooms. He can say, because he's been there, done it with like.
But they're not listening to him, are they?
He should have been playing at the end of last season, Dawson. I think those big games when we were starting to like wobble a little bit, and then start this season just to calm things down. He's not going to play 46 games, but he should be playing 8 games.
I'd play him over Felix, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Felix is awful.
Right. Like, listen, people in the comment section. Right, Lee, expand on it. Why don't you like Figueiredo?
Mistake.
Come on.
Guaranteed mistake every game, if not more. If not more than
I'd say one.
Personally, I'd have Mbaso at the back with Worrell until McKenna's back. Just my opinion.
Stephen?
Yeah, I agree with that. In fact, I'd even put Dawson in front of him. I'd put Dawson with Worrell.
Do you really?
Yeah, 100%. The Dawson point is, I think, especially the point of last season, there was a game against Bristol City, we won 1-0, and they brought Dawson on. And he just controlled that game for the last 10 minutes. And I think that's what we lack, leadership. I would put Dawson with Worrell over Figueiredo, yeah, 100%.
Tilson, what do you think? I'm surprised. Go on, Lee.
I would play So purely because I don't think Figueiredo will be here next season either. Whereas I think So will. So it's more beneficial long term to give So games now. And he's proved that he's good enough. He's not a calamity, is he? So putting him in isn't going to be a great risk.
People
Exactly.
He's got an iron midfield for MB.
So can pass the ball as well. Feeds
And
he gets bullied.
Yeah.
But people in the comment section, who would be your first choice centre back choices? Because like Lee Gubbins said, he doesn't rate Figueiredo. You know what? I like Figueiredo. I'm not gonna lie. I like Figueiredo, but like I said, we've got Figueiredo, we've got Dawson, we've got Worrell, and I don't know. You can't. Personally, I think Figueiredo's been named as a scapegoat because I know he wants to go back to Portugal because he misses his family. It's understandable, but Figueiredo's one of the players.
His head doesn't seem in it. He's making way too many mistakes that he'd never do before.
He's a liability.
Right. Let's put a debate right, people. Forest are in this mess. Are you blaming Figueiredo for this?
Not solely.
Oh no.
A lot of mistakes. He's made a lot.
I don't.
I think this season, especially like the Cardiff game at home, where Keith Moore just bullied him for that goal.
Yeah.
Like Figueiredo's what, 6'2", 6'3"? He should not get bullied like that.
He gets pushed around all over the place.
Yeah. For a guy his stature, he should not be bullied like that.
Right. Let me ask a question. So I want you all to answer this right, because Christie as a right back, everyone's been slating him, and he plays alongside Figueiredo. All his goals, most of the time, has come from Christie's side. Yeah. But Figueiredo gets the blame for it.
Christie's a donkey as well. I've got to be honest.
Christie's shocking. Christie's the worst player on the team.
He cannot defend.
He can't attack either. I don't know what he brings to the
can't
table.
cross.
His crosses are always overhit. He looks overweight to me as well. He's just. I just don't rate him at all.
No, I
He,
agree.
he passes a ball down the line and it goes out every time.
Yeah, he's awful.
Right, next question, lads. As you know, we brought in what's it, Gardner from Manchester United. He didn't play. I think he played 20 games for Watford. There was a massive debate. Was it on social media about Forest should have brought in Brennan Johnson because he's been fantastic. What's your opinion on Gardner? Do you think he should get his fair crack on Forest, or we should have brought Brennan Johnson back? Let me answer that to Dylan.
Brendan Johnson, leave him where he is. He's doing well with Lincoln, and looking at social media at the minute of what his dad's saying, because his dad's been saying quite a bit at the minute.
Yeah.
What his dad's saying, I don't think his dad wants him back here yet. But this lad, listening to Newton again today, what I heard about him say about this lad, he says the reason they've gone for him is because he's got a bit more experience. He's played 20 games for Watford, and he seems to be a bit more solid to do the job what he needs him to do. So that's why he's brought him in.
Lee, Gubbin.
I don't know much about him, but yeah, give him a crack. He obviously wants, although he doesn't look like in his pictures, he wants to be here, doesn't he? You know, Watford let him down a little bit, I think. So
that's the
he wants
problem.
to show what he can do. Yeah,
he didn't play, and this is the thing with what's his name? Brighton for just bought the striker. Murray. Them two players didn't get a chance at Watford. They've come to Forest, and we're already in a mess. We're in a mess.
Can't do any worse, can they?
And can't. Lee, Lee, have you seen this James Gardner play?
No. All I know is obviously he's from around here. He went to school just literally at the bottom of my road, basically. So, but I don't know anything about his game or I mean, when someone's on Manchester United's books, he must have something about him. He only went to United, I think, about 18 months ago.
He's played 3 times for him, apparently.
Oh, well, yeah. I can't remember whether he
That's
went
what I read.
here or what, but I remember him. I remember the fuss when he went to United, and then if they kind of loaned him out. So he's obviously got something around. And don't forget, it's not like Watford are struggling either.
No.
So they've been in the playoffs, sort of top 5 all season, haven't they? So yeah, he's going to be tough to get him. It's what? Sorry.
They've got a good squad, Watford. So
yeah, I mean they're playing tonight, aren't they? So I don't know how they're getting on.
I've just seen a comment. Former Forest player Albert Adomah. I just scored for QPR.
Adomah, go on, son.
Like this frustrates me. He was a good player at Forest. Why did we let him go? Like another player that you just mentioned, a good player that can get the players geared up in the changing
and can run.
Yeah.
We got Dave Carby instead.
Oh, for frig's sake!
Andy Costa.
You had to ruin it, didn't you?
You had to ruin it, didn't you, Lee?
You know what? I think that carton of Costa that we got from Costa did more than what De Costa did in his stint.
This season's all Diacarby's fault. So it's on him. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Another player that we brought in, I think he made his debut against Barnsley, and that's the Portuguese guy, Filip Konvinovic. I've seen another debate again, and I'm going to mention it. People saying that we should have put Carvalho back. He plays exactly the same as Carvalho. What's everyone's opinion about him? And yeah, what's everyone's opinion about this new signing as well?
He looks class.
Looks class.
What I liked about him is he was trying passes and he was trying something.
Yeah.
Like he played that through to Knockaert. He played a lovely through ball, and he played a little through ball just before that as well, inside the defender. Just little things like that.
But good
threaded
vision.
Through the ball. And in the second half, he tried to through little ball to grab him in the second half. Just trying things, going forward. That's what I liked about him.
But he's done more than Freeman already, so.
Don't you rate Freeman?
Not at the minute.
He's too far.
I bet he's good when he's had a good run, but not really.
He's
Overweight.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Another one
But he
that
looks
is
all right in
interesting.
debut, I thought.
I
I
think
thought
Freeman and
Freeman
Christie
was
on the same diet.
I think they
I
are,
would
yeah.
give Carvalho another chance personally, but they are similar players. But no, he looked decent on Saturday to say it was a hard game. You know, he's just come into the team, and then you're playing Barnsley, who like to oof it.
Yeah, but think about it. When we played on Saturday, what did we do? All we done was hoof the ball.
That's what I mean. So what he did do,
I think they had
he
such
did
a
well.
high press, so yeah, it forced us into that, yeah.
Did you notice
when was just not along?
Did you
Sorry,
notice as well? Did you notice every time Forest got the ball against Barnsley, they literally crowded them with 2 or 3 players straight away?
Yeah.
It was literally
We had
it
no
was so-
midfield for large parts of that, did we? Because they didn't let us have any.
no.
They stopped us playing anything really.
Then,
What
yeah,
I
it's-
would,
I don't-
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, go on.
carry on, must talk, carry on.
What I would say is I think Barnsley did start to tire. I think we had a spell in the second half where we were on top a little bit, and they high press tired them out a bit. I think we should have capitalised on that. We should have been 1 or 2 up anyway. Grabham should have taken them chances, and I think with the chance he was offside, he should have held back. That was just lazy. You got to watch the line. When Knockaert played it across, you just got to hold your line and then tap it in.
Do you think Grabham's head's gone?
Yeah.
Lee,
Yeah.
that was the next question I'm about to say to you.
Sorry.
He wants to
As
go.
you know, that was it when he did that? It was Lockhart did not pass to him, and
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be here anymore.
What's everyone's opinion about Grabham? Talk to me. Go on, Lee. Go, Burn. Talk to me.
I don't think he wants to be here anymore. I think he wants to go where Sabri's gone.
Last paycheck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dubai. I was at Qatar, isn't it? Yeah.
I think he's not up for the battle. He doesn't seem up for it.
Mm.
And it's just having a Mardy when things aren't going his way.
And he's captain because it makes him stay then. It makes him happy to a point.
Mm.
Yeah. I think summer, that's it. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Straight to Qatar, go and get a big payday.
I think Glenn Murray will be the Lewis Grabham of next season then. He'll be the experienced striker and hopefully we'll get a young player.
We've got Swan. Like Swan's just gone on loan as well to Port Vale.
Has he gone?
Yeah, he's gone to Port Vale. That was about an hour ago.
Yeah, because I saw he was supposed to go to Ipswich.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's got a Port Vale.
I think the reason he's gone to Port Vale because if he went to Ipswich, he's not going to get much screen time.
Well, they got someone else in, didn't they?
They got Troy Parrott from Spurs. So it does make sense. I've seen, again, on social media, why is Will Swan going to a League 2 team? People, use your bloody head. He's not going to...
It's the same as Tyler Walker when he went to Mansfield, wasn't it? And if he does well, then he'll go to a League 1 team next season.
Exactly. You've got to start somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah.
Will Swan, like I said, let him start with League 2. Personally, I think he'll go on loan to he's on loan to Port Vale. If he does well there, then I think next season send him out on loan again. Because I don't think he's ready for the Championship as yet. Then send him to a League 1 side, let him do well there, and then see what happens there. But
and like I said earlier, Ben, the fact is that if we had kept Will Swan and played it, we'd all be like, oh, he's too young, he's too inexperienced. Now we've let him go, and we've signed an experienced striker. We're all mourning. But then if we had signed, we can't sign a striker 27, 28, 29 in January because they're not going to let him go.
That's my point, exactly.
He's got a good striker at Port Vale as well to learn off. I'm trying to remember what his name is now. He's been there for years.
People in the comments, do you know? People in the comments, do you know who it is?
Is it Ian Pope or something?
Tom Pope.
Tom Pope.
Yeah. Who's a leader, and he knows where the net is at that level. So he'll learn something off him as well because he'll play every game still. Tom Pope. So he'll either play with him, but he'll learn. He's a good striker to learn as well.
Would you not have gone for Mendes Lang on the free? He's got pace.
He's gone to Middlesbrough. He's going to Middlesbrough.
No, we didn't even try, did we?
The thing, to be fair, I like Mendes Lang. I think I remember last season.
Strong.
He scored for. He
scored very direct.
He scored against Cardiff when we lost 1-0, and I liked him. And when he got sacked for Cardiff, Forest get him. Go and get him. He's a strong. He reminds me of Antonio. because he's
Yeah.
like I said, he's a strong player, and I think that's what we need. We
Bit of
need
pace,
bit of
strength.
pace, some strength. Like no
Does any-
offense to who's that?
Does anyone know about the kid we were after from? Was it Wimbledon? Piggott? We were linked with some
Pickett.
kid.
Good player.
Yeah,
Another
yeah.
good
Is he
player.
a striker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other
Yeah,
players
striker.
after. Is it Plymouth?
Yeah.
Who's it Plymouth? What's his name?
I saw his picture in the week, but I don't know his name.
Good player. He
Yeah,
scored for
the
Plymouth.
Welsh boy up front. Yeah. Yeah.
He scored for Plymouth for the weekend, and he's a good player. And my problem is, I don't know what's everyone's opinion. Like, I think I mentioned this on my other stream. We bring in players that are young and hungry, or like players who've been there, and like they never do well at Forest. Can you name a player that we've signed and that's done well? Let me mention someone like Harry Arter. Harry Arter I thought he was a fantastic signing, and now look at him.
Has he gone yet?
He hasn't gone, but there's been some. I don't know if everyone's seen it on social media or that Harry Arter's done something. I think he told Dan Gosling.
Yeah, not to come.
And something's happened.
You're on about him going to Bristol City, aren't they?
Yeah. What's everyone's opinion about Harry Arter?
I think
Big
it clearly
disappointment.
shows he's a bit of a bad egg. I think.
Oh, when he came, I was happy, but not now.
But
It's just a waste of money again, isn't it?
But why? But he's a good, experienced player.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, go on.
I think
Sorry,
he's come to the club. I think he's come to the club thinking that he was going to start every single game, and then obviously he hasn't.
He's had a few
he
niggly
hasn't.
injuries as well, hasn't he? To be fair to him.
I think he thought we'd be better as well than what we're showing.
Did anyone see Joe Worrell's interview? Did see anyone Joe Worrell's interview with his teammates? Did anyone see that?
Yeah,
No,
when he
which
said
one
when
was
we were
that?
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, one
Was
of the
that a few
questions
weeks
was
ago?
about banter. Yeah, one of the questions about banter in the dressing room and who doesn't have banter, and he said Harry Arter. And it was just the way he said. If you watch the interview, just the way he said that Harry
Oh,
Arter
yeah.
doesn't like the banter. He's not very, and you could just see the way you just tell the way Worrell said that, and it just shows. And since what's come since then, you start thinking then.
Well,
is it
remember-
Harry Arter?
Well, remember, Worrell was also the one that said in that interview, wasn't he, that there's players coming here for a last hurrah or final
Exactly.
payday. So you wonder if it's maybe intertwined.
Right, lads, so do you think that? Do you think Harry Arter should go, or do you think he should get another chance? We'll start with you, Stephen. Do you think he should go or get another chance?
I personally think is a player in there. Of course, there's a player in there. He is good on his day. But if he's not going on with Houghton, or if Houghton thinks he's a bad egg, and if these rumours are true, what he's done with Gosling, then he needs to go. Because I think Houghton wants like the likes of Worrell and Yates and Mighton in the team who play with their heart instead of just playing for the pay packet.
What about you, Goodburn?
He was a really good player. I mean, he's had a few injuries, hasn't he, already? So I don't know. If what he said's true, then I'd rather he does go. But in terms of the quality that he does possess, you'd want him to do it for us, wouldn't you?
100%.
Dylan?
It hasn't worked, has it?
Dylan?
Like you say, he was a good player. He hasn't shown it yet, injury-wise, but he's been in and out of the team. But every time he's got the chance, you've not seen the player he can be.
No, exactly.
Lee,
So-
Well, the thing is, if you look at the midfield as a whole, have we ever really had our first choice midfield? Because you've always had either Freeman, Arter, Colback. Someone's always been injured out of them. So we've
what is
never
that
really.
first
What is
choice
our
then?
full strength midfield? What
What
would
is
it
that
be?
first choice midfield?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's not a mainstay, is there? Yeah, maybe Yates.
Colback, I think, would be a regular.
I think.
But then would you play Arter and Freeman in there if they were all fit together? I don't know.
Right. This is a good question. And what he said, like, we've got so many midfielders. What would be your midfield? The five midfielders then. And I'll start with Dylan. Who would be your midfield?
On midfield,
Yeah, the two holding.
Yeah, I know.
Midfield.
say that again.
Like the two holding and your three midfields or whatever. What formation would you play?
I don't like the two holding.
No.
I only like one. I would play one because I think using 2 is taking an extra person away from midfield, from like the attacking side of the midfield. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'd probably be in front of the back 4. I've always liked him, but I like Colback.
Really?
Yeah, so I'd stick Colback there and then play across the midfield. That you've got Knockard. I'd always play Knockard. Mighton I like. So I'd play, he's got the pace. Do you know what I mean? So he could play. That new guy, Philip. I know he's
Krovinovic, is it?
Yeah, I just call him Philip.
It's easier, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got him as a number 10, so you can still play him with the 2. I'd play 2 strikers as well.
Really? Right, another question. Who will be your 2 strikers in turn?
At this moment in time?
At the moment in time, who will it be?
Would be Murray, because he's a target man, he can hold the ball up, and Taylor.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. People in the comment section, who will be your 2 strikers?
Taylor's for the future. I know we ain't got much of, well, we don't know what the future's going to look like, but Taylor is on a 3-year contract?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be here regardless of if we're in the Championship or League One, but he's going to be here. So the team has to kind of like be built around players like him. Do you know what I mean? Because he's still going to be here. Because if we say if the worst case scenario happened, we got relegated, Graben's going to go, innit? Straight away. You know what I mean? And who's going to still be there? Taylor.
Mentally, so I think Graben's already gone.
Lee Tilson, what would be your formation, and who would be your striker?
Exactly the same as what Dylan's just said. I'd 4-4-2. It'd be Colback in midfield with Krovinovic.
Everyone loves Colback, don't they?
I know, but the thing is, Colback in the past, he's always been a good solid player. Now I know he was struggling at the start of this season, but we've been inundated with defensive midfielders. I think if you put a flair player next to him, somebody who he can give it to, like a Krovinovic, and Colback then looks a totally different player. And then Krovinovic has got, he's got Knockout or Mighton out wide, and he's got Taylor and Murray up top. So that would be my team. I'd go 4-4-2, and I'd have Mighton and Knockout on the wings, Colback and Krovinovic midfield, and those 2 up front.
Don't forget Colback. Sorry, just a quick one. Don't forget Colback hasn't played for a year at least. Last season he didn't play.
And he wasn't that bad, I didn't think anyway.
No,
Did you think he was that bad at the start of the season?
Not really.
No. He was rusty. Rusty.
This is my opinion, people. This is my opinion, and people in the comments, I don't care if you disagree with me. I didn't want Colback back, and that's me. I didn't. So if people disagree with me, that's me, because when he started, when he came back to Forest, like, what has he really done before he got injured? What did he do?
He's rusty.
Dylan.
Yeah, but he hasn't played for a year, mate. You think about it.
He's been training on his own, hasn't he? Until he come back to Forest.
Yeah.
He was training in his own gym or whatever.
Listen to me.
Do you know he moved to Nottingham, didn't he? He moved to Nottingham 2 years ago. And then he was travelling. He was travelling from Nottingham, and this is what I've heard of people who saw him at the train station. When he was training up at Newcastle, he was getting up, travelling at 5 o'clock in the morning at Nottingham train station to travel up to Newcastle to do training.
Yeah, no,
to basically go and
no, his family lives in Nottingham.
Yeah, I know that. I know where they live. Yeah. But it's like, because he lived down here, because he's always tried to push for a move for Forest. Obviously, he didn't get it last year.
The only thing, like I said, what annoyed me with Colback, like I think it was his second spell with Forest. It's 15 yellow cards. That's the bit what annoyed me.
But he's in a position where you've got to make those tackles. He's always
15 yellow cards.
Yeah, today's game's soft. You can barely make a tackle.
Sambasso gets a yellow virtually every game.
Just for being on the pitch, Sambasso gets booked.
I'm surprised
sometimes he's reckless, but there's sometimes you don't deserve
I wish he'd gone.
Well,
why is
I
he
gone? I think his injury at the weekend might have scuppered it, mightn't it? I think he might just have gone otherwise, but I don't know. Has anyone come out and said how bad that injury was? on Saturday for him?
Probably out the rest of the season, knowing him.
No, they haven't said a lot.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, go on.
No, carry on, Steve. What are you about to say?
Oh, yeah, just to call back. He's back in training, they said today.
Monday.
Yeah. And my midfield would be a fully fit callback with the Croatian lad.
Come back, don't they? Bloody,
And I would play. I would play Knockout out wide, and I would play Army Obi on the other wing.
Bloody hell, everyone likes combat, don't they? Like I said, I wasn't his biggest fan, but I want to listen to me. Whoever wears the Forest shirt, I want them to do well, regardless. But it's just his discipline. I think what game was it? I think it was Barnsley in a cup game, and he did a petty foul. And then next we had QPR, another petty foul. Then the next game, another petty foul.
But again, these were his first 2 games back there, weren't he? He's bound to be rusty.
Oh, but just...
Yeah, but
Stop defending him, Lee. Stop defending him.
But the thing
He was speaking like the Iron Man.
I don't know.
But the thing is with him...
Yeah, go on.
Come on, get good down. Go on.
The thing is with Colback is, if he didn't get these yellow cards, or if he didn't, do you know what I mean? Because he does make some silly tackles, but the refereeing out there at the minute is absolutely shocking. So for just blowing your nose, you'd get a yellow card. But if he wasn't getting these yellow cards, you'd be saying he was too soft. Do you know what I mean? Or if he's getting yellow cards, no.
I don't know.
Does everyone think of this Bachelor player?
I don't know. That was the next question. I don't know.
So
Bachelor.
I think he came on with his debut against Barnsley.
He started against Swansea. Yeah. What I would say about him, he's got a good pass on him, mind.
He can run.
And he can run. Yeah. He's only 5'6". He can move about, and his couple of passes in that game, he can pick a pass out. Like, to be fair to him, so he might be a player in there somewhere. He might be, and he doesn't seem as injury prone as Samba Sow.
What did you think of Cafu on Saturday? Because I thought in a defensive role, it was probably his quietest game for Forest.
Oh, he was lost.
No, I didn't at one stage. I had to look back at the team lineup because I've liked him in every game pretty much that he's played. And he's supposed to be playing our position, wasn't he?
You can put Garner in that position, can't you? In that defensive position to spray the ball about. That's what he's there for.
The thing about Cafu, right? I know he's another cast off from Olympiacos, and he's been one of the best. He's one of the best players that come from there.
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to be like yes, he's going to be a fantastic player for Forest, but I personally think he's best as a holding person alongside Yates because
that's his favourite position.
Yeah, and
he's not a number 10.
He's not.
No, that's where he went on Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's like I said,
and he ironically had the quiet game, which is strange because you'd think that was his best, his most comfortable position.
That might be down to Barnsley though, because the midfield was missing, weren't it, on Saturday?
Yeah, and it was all like you say, it was all long ball.
They didn't let us have a midfield.
No.
Just to that question, I'd play 3-5-2.
Yeah. 3-5-2. Who will be your back three?
Worrell and Mbeso.
I know why you've done that, so you're not thinking Christian Bong.
Get rid of Christian Bong.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same as
on the wing.
Wow.
Bong's going nowhere.
There's nothing wrong with Bong. I like Bong.
Do you know what? I thought Saturday, I might probably get shot for this, but Saturday, I did not think. I thought he played okay. I expected him to be a bit shocking, but he made some good runs down the wings and he made some good passes. And I was like, he's no Ribeiro, but.
Well, we're a bit like the Brighton reunion club at the minute, aren't we? We've got Hugh and Bong.
Retirement.
You normally go to Brighton to retire, but it seems to be they're coming the other way now.
I was waiting for what's that Brighton right back? Bruno.
Bruno.
I thought he was come out of retirement and play for Forest.
He's got to be better than Chris there.
And remember, we were linked with Shane Duffy the other week.
He was, and he's been.
So that's another player. Yeah.
He's rubbish. He's been playing rubbish for Celtic. But yeah, people, any questions? If you want to ask any questions for anyone in the panel, you can. Right, little question. Just like I said, we brought in 3 players. I think it's 3 players we brought in. Any of you are happy with this month's transfer deadline? We'll start with you, Lee.
Which one?
Bellend.
Yeah, I'm happy. I am. I think it's 100 times better than last January. Before some of them have even played. Last January was a shocker.
Last January was a rush.
Oh,
Yeah.
Horrible.
I think they were all gone by the summer.
Except for Bong.
Bong come.
Dylan.
Bong came in January,
He
didn't it?
he was the best in that at all.
And Bong didn't even play.
Costa's scoring goals now, though, isn't it?
Oh, don't. Dylan, you're happy with this January window? Are you happy?
Yeah. I was hoping for probably another striker. And there was one striker that I was hoping for, but I knew he wouldn't come.
Who?
But I wanted Britt back.
Oh, no.
2 million.
More like
2 million quid.
Yeah.
You know what I
Bristol
mean?
City.
Yep.
2 million.
Has he gone?
I believe so.
Okay, people in the comments, has Britt Zamler left?
Where's Dwight Gale? Is he still at Newcastle and lost away as well?
He's still at Newcastle.
Another one and I love this to get. If we're talking wingers, Damari Gray, 2 million. He's gone somewhere. 2 million.
How have Forest not jumped on that? Damari Gray.
Do you know the thing is? The thing is at this moment, and a lot of people are saying it on social media and that. Why are we going for these players and why are we not going for these? Like you've got, is it Dembele from Peterborough?
I would have liked him. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The only reason, and this was in another interview that Houghton said last week, I think it was, and he says January is for now, is to get us out of the mess we're in now. So anyone coming through the door is for today, not for tomorrow. He says,
I do think we lack a lot of pace. I think we're very slow in the build-up and to get out. There's not a lot of pace there.
But at the end of the day, we got to look at it. Look at the league position. We need to get mid-table before we can do anything else.
Would you not be happy? Who would be happy with mid-table?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I take 20.
As long as we're above Derby and we're mid-table, I'll take it.
Right, next question, lads. As you know, we've got a massive game tomorrow against Coventry. I think 5 games are so important. We've got Coventry, we've got Wickham, we've got Bournemouth, then we've got Swansea, and then we've got Arch Rivals Derby. I know our last 3 games have been absolutely rubbish.
Got to beat Coventry and Wickham, haven't we? We've got to.
What's everyone's opinion about our next games, and do you think we'll survive? We'll start with you, Goodburn.
We've got to beat Coventry and Wickham. And then I'd take a draw against Bournemouth if we beat Coventry and Wickham. I know that's me trying to be optimistic rather than pessimistic because we're not looking good, are we, at the minute?
How many points?
I'm not hopeful.
How many points do you think? How many points do you think that we'll get in? Is it 5 games? How many points do you think we need?
As many as possible is my answer.
All of them.
We need all of them.
Do you think
realistically?
If we don't get,
I'm not very optimistic.
Right, people, this is me and people in the comments. If we don't win against Coventry or Wickham,
we're in trouble.
Especially Derby, we're in massive trouble, and that's my opinion. People in the comments, what do you think? Lee Tilson, what do you think? What games do we need to win?
Well, I think we'll get 4 points from these next 2 games. I think we'll draw tomorrow and beat Wickham. I'm not worried about. Honestly, I'm not worried about going down because we've done all right against the sides around us and the sides below. There's not many of them that have beat us, is there? Our trouble's been against the top 7 sides, and we're not leaking loads of goals either. So I'm not really worried about going down. I think there's a lot worse teams than us. I look at the likes of Wickham and Rotherham. I can't see them finishing up with us.
Rotherham's got 2 games in hand.
Millwall are dropping like stones.
Like QPR won.
So Dylan.
they won, did they?
Yeah, there's just what. Yeah, Adoma scored in the 90th minute.
See what I mean? Another ex-prize place.
So they won 2-1. So
every player does well that seems to leave Forest.
This is my point. Players
you watch if Arthur goes to Bristol, you watch him fly. I bet you.
What time is it? Yeah. He's got 1 hour to leave.
Do you know what? Do you know? Just a quick one. You know, there's one team to watch either this season or next season is Bristol City, because they've got Henry Lansbury, could get Arthur, could get British Tombalonga.
Yeah. Oh, but Dylan, don't mention Lansbury. Please don't remember, because this guy he loves Lansbury.
We should have signed. We should have got him in the summer.
But
I'd have had him back.
No, right. Does everyone know about Lee? You tell everyone about Lansbury. What did he do wrong at Forest?
Me?
No, Lansbury. Right. If no one knows the story about Lansbury,
what did he do wrong?
What did he do wrong? Right. You know that contract that he signed with Fawaz?
Yeah.
He was desperate. He was put through Fawaz because I think he wants to. Remember that time he wanted to leave, didn't he? I think he wanted to leave because I think he wanted to go back to London, and Fawaz begged him, blah blah blah, gave him what he wants. Then I think Marco told me the story. He wanted to. He spiked on me out, and then I think Forrest was in a bad patch, wasn't there? I think it was, and then he just left. And I will never have Lansbury back after that. No, no. I don't want Lansbury back. I never wanted him back. But Lee, I know you did.
We will do when he comes to the City grounds and scores against us.
But I don't rate him. Right.
He would have offered more than most of our midfield this season. He would have been a different option to most of our midfield. I think he'd have made a contribution.
No, I'm not Lansbury fan. Goodburn or Stephen, are you a Lansbury fan?
I used to like him. I mean, I'm not that forced. So I wasn't that bothered if he came or not. To be honest,
I think at the time he was at the club, I think he knew he was like one of the star names in the team because we had such bad players around him. And I think he knew, like you said, Ben, with the contract, he went to Fawaz and said, like, the fans come to watch me probably and just pay me what I want. And he probably, said things like that to him. Yeah.
But can you fault him for that?
No. Like I said, because he knew, that the players around him, he was better than a lot of them players around him. And I think that's why he just looked around the dressing room and thought, I deserve more money than these boys. And
he likes the booking, though,
his head went a bit bigger.
What
I would say, though, on his day, he was class. On his day, he was class.
Don't get me wrong. I thought on his day, he was class. But off the pitch, like he was bullies with Fawaz. Oh, I want more money. Fawaz gave it him. And then what do you do afterwards? Nothing.
Is this fact though, or is this what Fawaz said? So I wouldn't trust anything that Fawaz said.
No, I hear everything at Forest. That time, like, I think.
Ben, can I just say something? Ben, can I just ask you something though? Like, coming back to the Harry Arthur situation, is that if you were asked if you could have brought Lansbury back in the summer and not take Arthur, knowing what Arthur's like now, being potentially a bad egg, but bring Lansbury back and not be like that bad egg, would you have done it?
Good question.
Because when we signed Arthur, like we all said, like we all agreed
because you'd have saved $5 million.
like we all agreed on, Harry Arthur's a good player, but what's come out now, potentially he's a bad egg.
Get rid of
Would you have taken Lansbury back over him, knowing what you know now?
Get rid of Arthur. No, don't bring
What, and bring Lansbury back? Say it, Ben. Say it.
Go on, Ben.
Because I'm not clipping. Listen to me. I'm not clipping it. So we'll clip this.
You're turning, Ben. You can see.
I know.
Listen to me.
You're joining the Lansbury fan club.
Listen to me. someone will clip this and they'll send this to Malcolm, and Malcolm will phone me in the morning. What are you doing that for? And they'll send me that Lee Tilson. That Lee Tilson. Well, no.
You're not a puppet. Malcolm doesn't control you. Say what you feel. Come on, get it off your chest.
No.
It's okay.
I'm not a Lansbury fan. I was, but after what he did, not a chance. People, is anyone a Lansbury fan? I know he's going to Bristol City, but people in the comments, what do you think of Lansbury? Do you want to about Forest? Yes or no? He's a bell end.
That's a bit strong.
He's a bell end, man. He's absolutely bell end, like Fawaz and co. Lee Goodburn, I know this is your first time on this show. All around, as a Forest fan, what's your opinion? Because I know you're very vocal on social media, and ish. And what's your opinion on the Forest so far, like the whole season?
I'd rather write it off. I wish COVID had just cancel it now, and then start again next season. That's how I feel. It's abysmal. It's just contrast from last season to this season. It's crazy.
Do you mean after the pandemic season or the whole of last season?
No, last season was good, regardless of just missing out on the playoffs. Other than that, it was a good season. This season's just not even been a shade of it, has it?
It was only the last 2 games that ruined last season, really.
Exactly. That's my point. This season, they look like they've never kicked a ball. There's no continuity. There's nothing. They're just disjointed.
Personally, I think after that derby when we drew 1-1, when they scored in the 97th minute,
100%.
97th minute, that was a day.
Yeah, it all went downhill.
And I remember I was working with BBC, and I said to Malcolm next to me when they conceded, "That's done. We're not making it." And now look what happens.
Confidence went from the team.
They couldn't handle the pressure. They couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, this is where. But I don't know if people give me on comments, like with people like Lamucci, like Lee Gubbin. Was you happy with Samuel Lamucci left Forest or
me?
Yeah.
I wanted Houghton. I'll be honest. I will hold my hands up. I was happy that we was getting Houghton. Do I like the football we play now? No, I don't even like the team we've got now. But could he change things in the future with his signings? Possibly. I think it's too early to go get rid of him. Personally, I think he needs more time. He needs his signings, doesn't it? Most of them were Lamucci signings.
So do you think? Go on, Dylan.
I just want to say, like he's saying about Houghton, right? Yes, he's had enough time to do what he needs to do, but what I think that's happening now is like the likes of Ariata, Guerrero, who else? What's his name? That Nicholas Lonios, whatever his name was.
The left back,
Lenios, yeah, him and a few others. It's like Houghton's just basically gone, these players are crap. Get rid of them.
Oh,
and
that's harsh.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Right. I'm saying he's like basically gone into the club and gone, well, these are not managers' signings. These have just been given to you. So he's like, get rid. Because Guerrero would have just been given to Forest. You taking him simple.
Third time.
I think the only signing that Lamucci had a deal with or a saying was Taylor. Because if you ever listen to Taylor's podcast and he explains to you how he decided to come to Forest was because Lamucci spent a day with him in London and told him that him and Grabham would be playing as a 2 up front. Yeah. And then he come to Forest and it never happened. So I think Lamucci was a puppet to this, what's his name, that guy behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Ventros.
Yeah, but today, if you can get to watch it on Twitter or anything, with BBC Radio Nottingham put a clip of Chris Houghton for 2.5 minutes, and he states these signings that are coming in now and the players that are leaving is my decision. No one else's, and the club's backing me. He said the owner and all the CEOs
I know, but
back me.
So do you think the owner's at fault then for taking Silva and Carvalho away?
Stop there. Please stop there. Right, stop there, Lee. Right. Silva. Silva wanted to go.
Yeah.
Nothing to do.
Yeah,
nothing to do with.
But we didn't replace him, did we?
Right. Let me finish. Let me finish about Silva. Right. Last season, Silva was classed as a number 10. Right. If you're number 10, people in the comments, I don't know if you agree or disagree with me. He's 4 assists, 4 goals. I know everyone say it's his first.
It's not a number 10, but he could still pass the ball.
But do you think it's acceptable for 4 shots, 4 assists, and 4 goals in that number 10? Come on, talk to me.
No.
But
he could pass the ball, which
he wanted to leave. He wanted to leave Forest.
Well, no.
Yeah.
He said he hated Nottingham.
He didn't like the weather.
He didn't like the weather, and he didn't like. Basically, he wanted more money. Listen to me. Go. I don't care.
I think Ben, though, you know the stat. You know we've got the stats of the 4 goals, 4 assists. I think what I would say though, he was playing a team at the time where you had Matty Cash bombing down the wing. You had Joe Lawley playing at the top of his game. Amiobi was scoring goals. Graben was scoring 20 plus goals. I think that's why I think he wasn't like singled out as much. Like them stats are quite bad for a number 10.
But look at Ryan Yates.
Because
Ryan Yates gets absolutely hammered, and he got the same stats as Silva. The same stats. And Ryan Yates gets absolutely hammered.
But Ryan Yates plays in a different position. So, like you say, he's the holding midfield. He's the defensive midfield. So his position is not really sexy, is it, for anyone?
Yeah,
Can I just throw one name out there? I'm watching him play for Reading. Is Semedo. Semedo for Reading he's looking okay, and I'm thinking, well, where was that player last season? And again, he wasn't given a chance.
He did start well.
Yeah, he started well.
He looked the right player, didn't
he? Again, it goes back to that theory of they go to other clubs and they just tear it up. It's just crazy.
That's Forest.
Forest cursed.
But you got to realise,
mentality. Yeah,
you got to realise the players that they're playing with. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how can I put this? Like another thing. British Sombaloma plays for Forest. He was absolutely smashed it, scored goals left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? You know how many goals he scored for Forest in the period he was here. Moves to Middlesbrough, and what's he done? He's done nothing, has there? So it's I think it's the type of player you are, and the type of players that are around you make like Antonio. He smashed it at Forest. And he's gone to West Ham playing with the best quality of players, and he's still smashing it. So,
well, I saw a stat on him. He's only 5 goals behind Di Canio at West Ham already. 42 goals he scored for them.
Yeah.
Where did you ever think he'd get 42 goals in that quicker time for them?
It's a bit like when we signed Urshaw from Derby. Like he didn't do much at Derby. He came to us, and then he had 2 or 3 decent seasons with us.
100%. Right, lads, last question before everyone, I'll let you leave. Like I said, massive game against Coventry tomorrow. I don't know what to say. I'll start with you, Stephen. What do you think the score will be?
Like Lee said earlier, I think it'll be a draw tomorrow. I think it'll be 1-1. I think we will take the lead. I think they will get a late goal.
Lee, are you still sticking with 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1 or 2-2. I was impressed with that Callum O'Hare earlier in the season. He was the best player on the pitch when they played us. And then I saw them on Sky about 2 weeks later, and he was the best player on the pitch again. So I've only seen him twice, and both times, I'd love to have a player like that. You know,
they play as a team. That's why they're not doing too bad.
They play really good football as well, don't they? They're like young and they're like fearless.
Yeah, they're not scared. They just go for it, don't they?
Yeah, he's done a crap job.
They've got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose.
No.
There's no egos of that team. Yeah, there's no superstars, is it? There's no needs. Yeah.
Dylan, what do you think the score will be tomorrow?
1-0.
To who?
Forest. Does anybody know it? Is Murray eligible for tomorrow?
It should be.
Because I think he signed Saturday, didn't he? He signed Saturday evening, I think.
Yeah.
But it wasn't released till this morning.
Yeah. No, because I saw his car at the City Ground on Saturday. He was there. He was there on
Is
Saturday
it?
doing all. Yeah, he was there Saturday.
Yeah.
Lee, good burn. What do you think the score will be?
I want us to win. I'm tempted to go for a draw as well.
Do you think right, everyone? Do you
Get
think?
something.
Do you right? Listen to everyone. Do you think a draw's good enough? You need
No.
to remember because
No, it's not. But we're looking at
Rotherham-
realistic.
We need
Rotherham-
2 wins out of the next 2 games. So
Rotherham, they've got a game in hand, and if they win that, we're in the bottom 3. And
2 wins is a must. But reality, you don't know, do you?
If we draw tomorrow, we've got to win Saturday. We've got to win Saturday.
Yeah.
We've got to beat.
I think you got to look at
We have
the
to
4
beat-
points
yeah.
this week wouldn't be bad, would it? 4 points.
Now, if we beat Coventry tomorrow, then on the flip side, maybe you take a draw Saturday. We can't not lose. We can't lose. We can't lose.
Do you know there's 60 points to play for?
is there?
There's 6, right? There's 6, right? Listen, this is how bored I have been at work driving around. Right? There's 60 points to play for. And I worked out if we could win 10 games because we've got 20 games left. If we can win 10 of them games, we should survive.
100%.
It's all if. Big if, that.
Sorry, Lee.
It's a big if because other than Murray, it's hard to see where the goals are going to come from or how we're going to create them. So I'm hoping Murray's the answer.
As you said it earlier on, we need that creativity. Like we need players like Knockard, Myton, Joe Lolly's been up and down the season.
Look, we are tight back to where he was because we could do.
We are tight at the back though, and it's just that scoring goals, isn't it? And we
like
don't even score that
missing.
many more. We've not been battered all season apart from the Swansea in the cup, and you know, I can't see us going down. I still think we're in a false position. I know people don't like hearing say that, especially after this far into the season, but I do think it'll click. We've got the Brighton crew now that went up a few years ago.
Has anyone seen the montage that Brighton's done for Murray on Twitter?
Yeah, I've seen little clips of it.
Yeah, watch it. I think it's on for about a minute and a half, right? And most of Brighton's goals, you can see Knockard with him.
Yeah.
They'll know each other's game.
Hopefully they can link up then. I'm hoping
Especially with
crosses in and then find the space. Murray finds
especially with this
yeah.
Philip.
Down that left side with Bong, Knockard, and Murray, you never know. The three of them might just keep us up.
Because that's the problem. When someone does cross it, there's no one in the box. Murray will be in the box.
He'll know where Knockard's going to put it. Knockard will know where he's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is why you need Taylor.
Yeah. And Houghton knows how they play. So in the training sessions, Houghton doesn't have to tell him anything because they already know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
The way they play, the strengths. Yeah.
And if they play Taylor with him, where Graben's more of I'll just slope around and get the ball. Where Taylor is, he runs round. He runs round. Do you know what I mean?
He does work hard.
I like Taylor.
I like Taylor.
I think next season he'll be spot on for it.
But Dylan, I don't know, people in the comments as well. For every Forest fan says that every season, next season.
Yeah, but what do you want to do? You can't do it now.
I know we can't.
Season's gone.
But my point is, this season has gone. But just remember, if people says, "Oh, Chris Houghton, next season is to make it better," there's over 23 other teams want to do the same. And
yeah, but look, would you have said Reading would be where they were compared to last season or the season before?
Because I put Reading in the I think I put Reading in the playoffs.
They've built over the seasons though, haven't they? Reading have.
Do you know what I mean? I think personally, stay in this championship, and I think Houghton will be given he'll have a massive clear out, and I think then we'll start building. Bring Brendan Johnson back, get him into the squad, and I think then they'll have core.
To be fair,
that's what we need. Just to add a few quality players. Quality, not one.
To be fair, Dylan, you just mentioned Brendan Johnson. He's on loan, and there's quite a lot of players out on loan from Forest. You got Johnson. You got I think it's Tyrese Frere. He's on loan to Plymouth.
They've taken that Preston guy back, isn't he? From Grimsby, is it? Or
Preston,
right
the left
back.
back. The left back.
Yeah,
Why
the right
did we let
back. The
that
right
Jake
back.
Taylor
Yeah.
go? Was he not good enough? Because we
Not good
never
enough.
seemed to give him a chance.
Not good enough.
No,
Who's that?
I never
Um,
saw him play.
Jake Taylor.
Jake
he was
Taylor.
He was on loan at Preston.
Port Vale, wasn't it?
Port Vale, wasn't
Port
it?
Vale. And
Port Vale.
I spoke to a Port Vale fan, and he said he was okay, but his end product wasn't there, and it was.
But that's how I feel about Mighton. I think he's got all the attributes to be a cracking player. It's that final third making the right choices.
But if you keep getting
just
dropped in and out of the squad, if
Yeah.
you're 1 minute you're playing, next minute you're not, your confidence is going to drop in it. So you're going to be like,
he's
oh,
buzzing right now because he does get game time, doesn't it? So
I'd stick him in and take Amiobi out. Job done. Go and do
for tomorrow.
For the next couple of games, and I'd say to Mighton, with his pace and with Knockard and everyone, and say to him, just run at him. And you've got the two if you're going to play two up front, you've got the two boys in the box. Pepper that box, and it'll come.
Just to pick up on Dylan's point. Well, yeah, sorry, Ben.
Go, Stephen. Go, Stephen.
Just one, just on Dylan's point about the summer. What I like to see if, like you said, get rid of some of the deadwood, clear up some of the players. I like to see the spine of the team and base it around Worrell and McKenna in the back, and then maybe if Houghton gets another chance, is keep people like Knockaert, and then just build a team around them players he knows and with his own players. Because like someone said earlier, a lot of these boys are Lamucci signings. They're not Houghton's players.
100%.
I won't even say the Lamucci signings.
True.
Yeah. True.
And also, and base the team up front around Taylor as well.
Yeah.
Like Lee said earlier, Taylor's the guy going forward now. Grabham's going to go. Maybe if we do sign Murray again for another year, but base that front line around Taylor because he's got the enthusiasm. He runs. He can score goals.
I think something with Murray as well is, I mean, as I read the thing that Forest put up today, and 4 years ago he scored 23 goals in their promotion season. Now I know you might say it's 4 years ago, but then in the 2 seasons in the Premier League, he got 50 goals. So it's said. It sounds a bit high, actually, doesn't it? It's like 25 goals a season.
Didn't Forest go in for Murray about 2 years ago when Karanka was in charge? We nearly signed him then.
We wanted him, didn't we?
No, we wanted him. Lamucci
12
wanted
months
him.
ago.
Lamucci wanted him.
12
was
months
it?
ago, yeah.
Well, I know someone wanted, because I know he was seen. I know Glenn Murray was seen in West Bridgford with a manager because
Lamucci.
I've got the bot. I don't know who it was,
No,
but I thought it was Karanka.
Karanka wanted what's his name? The Birmingham striker, Jukovic.
Yeah, Jukovic.
Karanka wanted him. And I know Lamucci wanted Murray, but Murray went to Watford. So
I think because I'm sure there's a picture. There's a picture somewhere on social media with someone taking a picture of Karanka sat in a restaurant outside in West Bridgford with Murray.
I think he might be right. I think Dylan's right.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Right, Dylan, you are right. Dylan, you are right.
Yeah, he is right.
You are right, Dylan. There was. Shut up, Dylan. Shut up.
You forget I drive around West Bridgford every day.
You was right.
With his binoculars on.
No, you was. No, my bad, Dylan. I'm sorry. Right, people, it's been a pleasure for you coming on. Stephen, Lee Goodburn, Dylan, and Lee Tilson. It's been a pleasure for you lot coming on. Tomorrow, I've got a massive game against Coventry. I'm not going to do my prediction yet to the lineup from that. But lads, it's been a pleasure for you lot coming on. Hopefully, I'll get you lot back on soon. But yeah, lads, hopefully we get a massive win tomorrow. And Lee Goodburn, stop causing trouble on Facebook. I see your posts.
Hey, what?
Stop causing trouble. I saw your little debates on there.
What with Derby fans, you mean?
Yes.
Hey, there's no wrong. Wrong with debate.
I like winding them up.
No. Dylan, there's other debates, but he winds up. He gets what he gets the fish, throws it, pushes it in. And
I did get a ban the other day for doing
that.
Exactly.
I
was off 24 hours.
Where was that?
That's the Forest Derby page, isn't it?
The Derby Forest, yeah.
Yeah, the Derby Forest page, and he gets the fish.
They've just signed Lee Gregory, haven't they, tonight?
Right, lads, you know what?
He likes to score against
I forgot to tell you about that. Lee Gregory, Derby just signed him. And
He
what did
scored
do?
against us last season,
And he
so
scored against us last. That's,
Always does.
oh, dude.
And they've
I'm
signed,
not-
I thought
they've
they
signed
were.
some Man
I thought
United
they were in a
defenders as well.
transfer embargo.
No, they're not now.
They're just getting frees though, anyway, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
not-
but
they're
how
not
can
spending
they
anything.
afford? They can't. They
They're not
can't.
spending,
They
are
can't.
they?
They can't pay the players' wages that they've got. So how can
No,
they
they
pay
actually
new?
can't now. They're not embargo now. They're not in embargo.
I think Rooney's put his hands in his pocket.
They keep selling players though, don't they? That Evans for about 750,000, and
They brought some good players. They brought in Patrick Roberts as well from Man City. So another decent player they brought in.
They just brought a forward in. Sorry.
They brought Patrick Roberts
Yeah,
in.
Lee Gregory.
The one that scored past
from
Forest.
Stoke.
And
I
they've-
think he's on loan, isn't it?
Yeah, he's on.
And they've
he's
signed
on-
some
He was at
United
Millwall
young
the
defenders as
season
well.
before.
I'm not gonna lie, they brought some good players in, to be fair, but we're better. They'll always be on the shadow.
We need to show it then, don't we?
Yeah, but we're like literally, we're behind them at the minute, so I won't say too much.
Exactly.
Mind the gap.
We need to
I've
finish.
got-
we
I've
need to finish above. I've got a bet on for charity.
Mate,
so we need to finish above.
Can I just say something? I'm not bothered if we finish below them, as long as we finish in the championship. I couldn't give a damn this season.
Above, the only way.
Well, lads, I'll let you go. But let's say thank you very much for coming on. Hopefully, we get a massive win tomorrow. But peace out, lads. Thank you very much.
Good chat to you guys. Take care.
Cheers, thank
Take
you.
care,
Cheers, guys.
take care, people.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. So yeah, that's a pleasure for lads. Tomorrow, I've got it's a watch along. I don't know if Craig or Martin will be with me. But thank you very much for all the questions. Sorry, I didn't really look at the pictures. Dylan, you're wrong. It was Di Mane. Dylan, after you are wrong. Ben, you're a legend. It wasn't it was Di Mane. It wasn't Murray. Yeah, Ben, you're a legend. But yeah, people, if you did enjoy it, please do hit the subscribe button and like as well. Tomorrow I'll be on live watch along. I'm starting at 7:15 because the match is at 7 o'clock, I think. But it's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed that. Hopefully, if I get the lads back on tomorrow, I'm doing a watch along tomorrow as well. I'll be doing the review after the game as well with a country fan. But people, if you do like it, if you're new, subscribe, like, and I'll see everyone tomorrow at 7:15. Up the bloody forest.